Hello and welcome to Cloud Pro. My name's Manik Dubash, and for the next few minutes I'm going to be talking about the hybrid cloud. Is hybrid cloud more than just an industry buzzword? Is it something your company needs to think about? Is it the end game for this seismic shift in the way that we do computing? I think the answer to all these questions is yes, and by the end of this video I hope you'll come away with a clear idea of not only what a hybrid cloud is, but also why you might need one. Broadly speaking, there are three different types of cloud. The first, the private cloud, is not very different to what you're already familiar with. It's a data center that's dynamically provisioned and which delivers services to your business. With a private cloud, your data stays in your data center. It's always available. It's not reliant on third parties, and it makes integration with other systems much easier. You own it, but you do pay extra for that privilege. The second type of cloud is the public cloud. Public clouds offer anything from simple personal storage to a complex suite of enterprise services. Public clouds consist of data centers owned by service providers who manage the infrastructure, servers, network switches and storage systems, and they sell the services that those service systems provide. And this is where the public cloud scores. From a customer's point of view, it's got a clear price advantage over a private cloud, because the costs of that infrastructure are shared across many users, so everyone pays less than they would if they ran their own clouds. So, we've seen what public and private clouds are. What's a hybrid cloud? The hybrid cloud marries the advantages of both approaches, and it's fundamentally about ensuring that workloads are managed by the most appropriate infrastructure. And according to one survey, 66% of enterprises, two-thirds, plan to move to hybrid clouds within the next 4 years, and only a small minority said they wanted to go for an all-public or an all-private cloud. As an example of how hybrid works, you might move some data to a public cloud because it's not so business critical and because the cost of keeping that data in-house is outweighed by the savings of moving it out. So you might decide, for example, that the HR department servers can be hosted in the public cloud. However, business processes that make the company unique are more often kept in-house. For example, you might have a particular way of customizing your products that no one else does, and it's a key differentiator for your company, so you'll want to keep that under close control. There's another, more practical reason for keeping data in-house. Business processes tend to grow, to become more complex and have hardware and software dependencies. It can be a time-consuming process to untangle those dependencies in order to change the infrastructure on which those processes run, and this can make it more appropriate for them to stay in a private cloud, for the time being at least. There's another kind of hybrid cloud though, known as a virtual private cloud. This is a private section of a service provider's cloud or data center, a cloud within a cloud, but the key distinction is that it's effectively yours to manage as you like. This means that it offers many of the advantages of the private cloud, but without the costs of owning the infrastructure. The real strength of hybrid clouds is that they pull together elements of traditional IT, private cloud and public cloud, so that users don't know where the service comes from, who owns it, and who maintains it. But as with all technologies, hybrid clouds throw up challenges, the main one being the difficulty of integrating different infrastructures. There's lots of ways to bring together private and public clouds into a single system, but middleware is a key component. Middleware's core function is to provide a common interface across applications, so that no matter where or how they're installed, they appear the same to end users or to other computers, which expect a consistent response. Middleware cannot, however, resolve other issues thrown up by a move to the cloud. These include latency and security, which requires a multi-layered approach to ensure that data is only accessed by the right people at the right time and that the data is protected from unauthorized access. There's also the challenge of data location. Organizations are under pressure from regulators as to where data is stored. In the cloud is not a practical answer, so there's a need for a geographically aware layer 2. It all sounds complex, but you don't have to do it all yourself. There's several companies providing consultancy to help pull the different clouds to a harmonious whole. So, hybrid clouds offer the best of both worlds. You can keep the benefits of the private cloud with all the control that offers, while the public cloud allows you to save money. Whether you see private cloud as a solution in itself or a stopover on the route towards another design, there's little doubt that hybrids are here to stay. and that they are the way to go for a growing number of companies.